What's good, peeps? Thank you as always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. All right, so finally we got the announcement that Errol Spence and Shawn Porter have put pen to paper, and they will get it on. Their unification clash will be sometime in September. There was talks about it being in August and then July. I don't know why it was delayed. I don't know what the reasons were. We'll have my conspiracy theories, but I'm just going to guess that it was down to venue and down to dollars, right? That's kind of the biggest reasons all the time, down to pounds and pence or cents and dollars in America. Remember, this is a WBC and IBF unification clash. We are finally getting to this stage where I think sometime in 2020, we might just have a numero uno with all the belts, right? We have got Furman versus Pacquiao coming up. There's Terence Crawford on the outside, but it does look like we are hearing whispers at least about Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence in 2020. That's providing both of them get through whatever task in front of them. I wouldn't be shocked if someone upset the apple cart here. I mean, we all saw what happened with Andy Ruiz Jr. and Joshua versus Wilder. Definitely going to happen. Then Andy Ruiz Jr. just fucks things up. I'm not sure that person's going to be Shawn Porter, but I wouldn't be shocked if a Manny Pacquiao just ruins everything. I kid you not. Wouldn't shock me. But fingers crossed we do get to see the number one, I think, and number two in 2020. This fight, however, for me is no foregone conclusion. I think people are completely writing off Shawn Porter here. I certainly don't. Look, Errol Spence is the big favourite just because I think he's the fresher of the two. He's probably the better boxer. He looks the bigger. I mean, not looks is the bigger. Looks the stronger. It doesn't look like there's anything to dent him right now. But Shawn Porter can fight. Shawn Porter can fight. If you remove the performance against Ugas last time out, every time Shawn Porter's in a title fight, this motherfucker gives everything. Like, no stone unturned. In the big fights that he's had, the ones he's lost has been razor thin. People might say the ones he's won have been razor thin as well. But yes, that's because he's been fighting very, very good people. I mean, the win against Danny Garcia, very, very good welterweight. Razor thin, but won it. And the losses against Brook and Keith Thurman, razor thin. So we know when it comes to him taking on the best, he does raise his game. So that's the excuse I'm going to give him for his performance against Ugas. So I think it's a top 10 welterweight. But when he normally fights the guys in the top 3, top 4, he does step it up. What he needs to do in this fight is not try and box like he did against Ugas. He needs to do what he's known for, which is just fucking being let off the leash, bite on that gum shield, and swing. If he tries to have a boxing match with Errol Spence, then he's just going to get picked off and potentially stopped. But if he goes to war, which I think potentially he can, it's a good fight. It's a good fight and one that I'm looking forward to. I think it will be on pay-per-view, obviously, in America. But I think we might get it for free over here on ITV4. And that's a treat. For us to get fucking Errol Spence versus Shawn Porter, unification fight for free. I mean, ITV's deal with PBC is sitting well with us, I tell you that now. One thing, I hate to bring up negatives in what is a positive in terms of this fight being made. But one thing, if I'm Shawn Porter, that I will insist on, especially now the fight's been announced, I'm guessing it has been officially announced, and this isn't just Twitter rumors, is that drug testing has to start now. Like, now, to fucking day. I saw a photo of Errol Spence. I think it might be about 2 or 3 weeks old, to tell the truth, but I saw a photo of him, and this guy didn't look no less than 200 pounds. He looked huge, humongous. And I'm sorry, I want to start all drug testing now. Remember, Errol Spence is WBC champion, so he is on that VADA all year round drug testing. He is clean. I say that with inverted commas because as clean as some of these boxers are, but he's getting tested all year round. Errol Spence isn't, right? And this is not accusing Errol Spence. This is just me as a boxing fan not trusting anybody. Anybody. Don't trust you. So this isn't an Errol Spence hating video. This is just a case of if I'm seeing a guy I'm fighting and he looks around 200 pounds, I don't want him getting any help in cutting weight. And I'm not just talking about a steroid that he could use in terms of benefiting him in terms of strength and stamina on the night. No, there are much other steroids. And he could be using something to get rid of some of that weight because he looked bulky as hell. Big, huge in fact. A guy that I think could fight at middleweight. That's how big he looked. And he shouldn't be getting any assistance if he is getting assistance. And this is not me accusing him. Again, if I'm a boxer that's on all year round drug testing and I'm signed up to fight someone, I want to know that the same thing is happening to them. And we know Errol Spence doesn't do all year round drug tests because he isn't signed up to VARD's all year round drug testing. He does do drug testing in the lead up to the fight, but not all year, 365 days a year. He doesn't. So if I'm Shawn Porter, we insist on that starting right now. That's just my 2 pence on it. But what I will say as a positive is that it's a fantastic matchup. It's definitely not a foregone conclusion. Shawn Porter does raise his game when he steps up to the elite. We've seen that. And in terms of world championship fights, I'm sure he's had more world championship fights than Errol Spence. He's got that experience as well, but you would have to favour Errol Spence. Although, I mean, against Mikey Garcia, you couldn't get rid of a 135-pounder. So, I mean, you never know, right? You never know. This could be a good one. What do you guys think? Errol Spence versus Shawn Porter. Money's on Errol Spence. Don't discount Shawn Porter. Peace.